With this one, we're gonna go ahead and test his range of motion within his shoulder. All right, so we're gonna start off by going ahead and getting his legs up. Bend your knee. Yep. Put your feet flat. Go ahead and do that to the other one. This right here is going to help get the hips into a good position, and that's going to cause a chain reaction to make it to where we can see true range of motion throughout the shoulder girdle. Okay, so right here, I'm going to go ahead and grab your hand. You want to go ahead and get him out to the side and get a 90-degree, right, with his body in comparison to the humeral head or just his shoulder or his arm bone. And then you want his elbow at a 90-degree also. All right. Then from here, I'll test internal rotation first. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and grab the front side of that humeral head, which is right here, which is right here on the front side of the shoulder. Okay. And then from here, I grab the elbow with the other hand. Then you're going to internally rotate. You just relax. Yeah. Have them relax. You don't want them to tense up at all. Okay, yeah, you just relax right here. Go ahead and let me take over. Find your landmarks. And that's what we're this is what we're working with for internal rotation. Now, you always want to test twice, but right there, he was a little bit more tense on the first two, so that's why I went ahead and did a couple of more times. But right here, if you notice, he doesn't have much internal rotation. He's a right-handed baseball player, so this is very common. I'll be willing to bet that he's going to make up for that in external rotation, right? Now, whenever you're internally rotating, you don't want to just keep cranking on the arm. As soon as you start to feel the front side of that humeral head starting to pop up or starting to try to come a little bit out of the socket, that's where you want to start. That's true internal rotation. Okay. Now let's go ahead and check external rotation. What I like to do is I like to go ahead and get on the humeral bone itself, as well as and get right in between the bicep and the tricep. Okay. And then with the other arm, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the outside of the elbow again. Right here, if you notice, he's trying to flare up with his ribs just a little bit. So go ahead and pull your rib cage down. There we go. That way we get true range of motion throughout the arm. Test twice. Go ahead and rotate that the arm bone with him, so that way we can make sure that we're getting true external rotation. So right here, if we look at it, we're getting probably about 105 degrees, 110 degrees of external rotation, right? And then comparison to the internal rotation, where we got maybe about 25 degrees right there. Okay. So there's a lot of, scientific studies, things like that, that show that we want certain amounts of, yeah, there's a lot of scientific studies showing the exact range of motion that we should be getting at each joint and whatnot. Usually, whenever it comes to a baseball players, that external rotation, 110, sometimes pitchers, right, can get all the way back to about 135 degrees. It just depends. I know that some research studies show that to decrease the likelihood of injury, that we need it right at about 110 degrees of true external rotation, not any posterior tilt of the scapula. Same with the rib cage flaring in any which type of way. It's true external rotation, right? That's going to decrease the likelihood of any type of injury. Well, with somebody like Nate, what I like to more think about it is as passive and then active range of motion, right? So right here, what I'm gonna have him do is I'm gonna go ahead and have him do his own range of motion test this time to see if there's any discrepancies between the two. So go ahead and put your arm out to the side. Yes, sir. And go ahead and get into external rotation. Go ahead and get the ribs down right here. Pull those down and keep those down as he's rotating. All right, so let's go ahead and get the shoulder. Yeah, let's not try to pull backwards right there. There we go. Think about a rod going through the elbow through to the shoulder, and then this rotisserie chicken coming around, just like that. So the discrepancy between internal and or sorry, the active and passive really isn't much right there. So that's going to lower the risk of injury. That means that he has control through that range of motion. Go ahead and go into internal rotation. All right. Yep. So again, we don't want to try to just crank right there. We want to go ahead and get this down. There we go. Same thing. He has pretty close to the same between active and passive, lowering the risk of injury as well as making it to where we're in a good situation with this one.